and you start your OBS, and that's the recording.
Perfect. Let me know when to start.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so welcome everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get up and running with Bookmap. The goal of this webinar is to, show you how to get up and running with Bookmap, add data as well as symbols on your Bookmap. And I'm going to be taking care of the Wednesday sessions at 4 p.m. EST. We have Dan every Monday at 8 a.m. EST and Bruce every Friday at 1 p.m. EST. Now I'm going to hand the mic over to Bruce for the next 3 slides, and then I'll show you guys how to get up and running with Bookmap.
Yeah, just a few notes here for everybody. We're over in our Discord community. If you're not partaking in that, this whole week we've been doing the Pro Trader webinar series from the Bookmap Discord Academy coaches. So we just finished one with Vinny, Coach Vinny, an hour ago, and yeah, we have another one tomorrow at 3 p.m. With Jack, and then another one on Friday at 3 p.m. with David Blake, is who you guys probably are maybe familiar with. Next slide, Brandon. So yeah, and this is our trading competition that we have going on. Some interesting entries. So to partake in this, all you need to do is some sort of animal or trading companion here that's not human. Take a photo, and then on social media X, Instagram, or LinkedIn, upload it with hashtag BookmapPets, and then it will show up. Take a look on our website as well, and you'll see some of the entries in there. Some pretty funny stuff. Next slide. And then this is Bruce's pilot program. That's what I put this together here after talking to so many different traders for so many years. The main thing that I found that most traders lack is an edge. So they're out there trading and they don't know they have an advantage. And they're all told, well, here's your setup, here's this, here's that. Follow the setup, now go back test it. And we don't know how. How do we do that? How do we define an edge? How do we build an edge? This is a program that will take you through that process. It is simple. It is straightforward. It will take some work. You will have to put in the due diligence, but you will learn to have an edge in your trading using these tools in Bookmap replay mode, which we can speed up, as well as using the web trading journal. It's the fastest method I've seen so far. Anyway, next slide. And take it away, Brandon.
Awesome. So the very first thing to get set up with Bookmap is you want to log into bookmap.com. Now, once you are logged into Bookmap, well, actually, hit this top right there, log in, type in your email and your password, get registered. But once you're logged in, you then want to head up to your profile. When you're signed in, it will tell you the name of your profile up here. And you will see your Bookmap license key right here, which you will use once you install Bookmap. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to download Bookmap. So the way that you are going to do that is down here, you're going to see that there's a few different options that you can choose. You just want to select the system that you personally have, and then the version of Bookmap. So you want to make sure to choose production. There's typically another version called alpha, but I would say just go with the production version. And then you just want to hit download after you select those two. So once you download Bookmap, the next thing you want to do is you want to add your data subscription. So you need data to run Bookmap. Now, you can add data from prop firms, like I believe it's Apex and some other prop firms. They give you rhythmic data. So you could sign in to your funded accounts through those prop firms, and you could, insert the data that way. But if not, what you're going to do is head back to your profile, and you want to click right here to where it says add subscription. Now, if you hit add subscription and you are not logged into Bookmap, you are going to see this screen right here, which is going to show you the core subscriptions. So again, you want to make sure that you're signed in. Your profile is going to pop up at the top right. And when you hit add subscriptions, you're now going to have this screen. Again, make sure you are signed in. So now from here, going over the futures data, there's a few different options that you can choose from the Bookmap futures data. First one is going to be the CME bundle, which is going to give you CME, CBOE, NYMEX, as well as COMEX for $79 each month. Now, it also depends on what instruments you trade. If you only trade the Russell, the S&P, and NASDAQ, then you can just go with the CME data, which is going to be, or Bookmap CME, which is going to be $17 for the first month and then $34 every month after that. Or if you like to trade gold or crude oil, you're either going to need NYMEX or COMEX, which again is going to be $17 each month. My computer just froze, sorry. $17 for the first month and then $34 every month after that. Or if you trade, multiple instruments, gold, oil, the S&P 500, the Dow futures, you might as well just go for the CME bundle at that point instead of just buying all of them separately. So once you figure out the futures data that you want, you would just then subscribe to it. But then also, if you trade individual stocks like Apple, AMD, Amazon, etc., you could buy the Bookmap Equities data package or the DX feed stocks data. So the Bookmap Equities data, it's a newer product. It works very well, and there's been a lot of positive feedback. That is $29 for the first month and then $59 for each month after that. Or if you prefer the DX feed, you can go with that. You can either get the DX feed US equities data bundle, which is going to be NASDAQ plus EdgeX, which is $59 for the first month and then $119 for each month after that. Or if you wanted specifically the NASDAQ data or the EdgeX data, you could also subscribe to those individually. So now, once you've gone through the process and selected your data, you have your data, the next thing you want to do is you want to install and run Bookmap. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and pull up my Bookmap so we can do this together. Now, once you have your Bookmap opened up, you can see that we have a few different options right here. We have simulation mode, which is essentially you're going to be trading with fake money in a live market. You have trading mode, which is going to be real-time trading that you can do. You can log into your actual accounts and you can route trades in real time through Bookmap. And then you also have replay mode, where if we come down here, you can see that we have record live data and record orders. In order to use replay mode, you need to have at least record live data checked, because what you're going to be able to do as you continue to use Bookmap is you can go into replay mode and you can select specific days and specific times to go back and back test within Bookmap, which as traders, the more that we can back test, the more experience we get, the better. So if you want to use replay mode, again, at minimum, have record live data checked. And if you're actually routing trades through Bookmap, record orders as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and load trading mode. So make sure to select it and then just hit OK. Give this a second while it loads. Okay. Now the first thing that we want to do, because as we can see, our Bookmap is blank, we're going to follow this 3-step process to, one, add a platform as well as an adapter, but then also the instruments that we're going to be trading. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to head up here to where it says connections, and then you want to hit configure. Now what we want to do is first we want to add an adapter. So the way that you're going to do that is you're going to hit add/remove platforms, and then you're going to scroll down until you find, I believe mine's already installed, I'm going to go ahead and remove it, but you're going to scroll down until you find Bookmap data, which is right here. And then you're going to hit install. Now, once the adapter is installed, you're then going to click X, and then you're going to go back here to where it says add connection. So the adapter is already added. Now we just need to add the connection itself. So again, hit add connection, go to platform, and then you want to find Bookmap data, which is right here. And then click on that. Now also, or sorry, backtracking a little bit. From there, you want to choose your server location. So whichever location you're closest to, USA, Europe, or Japan. I live in the US, so I'm going to choose the US server. And now we have that Bookmap connection added. What we're also going to do is we're also going to add DX feed. So you're going to hit add connection again, go to platform, and then scroll down until you see DX feed, and then click on that as well. So now that you have your adapter and your connections, we're then going to click OK. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add a futures instrument. Or sorry, backtrack again, sorry. Head up here to where it says connections, and you want to make sure that you double check both of these. So make sure you select your Bookmap data. Let that connect real quick. And then go back to connections again and select your DX feed. Now what we're going to do is we are going to add an instrument. So we're going to head up here to where this plus button is. And the first thing that we are going to add is going to be a futures instrument. So the way that we are going to select or add a futures instrument is by going to platform. Make sure that you have Bookmap data selected. Go to type. Make sure you have futures selected. And then your exchange is going to be, it depends on what instrument you're trading. So if you're trading gold, you're going to choose COMEX. If you're trading the S&P, you're going to use CME or NASDAQ CME. So I'm going to select CME for this example. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the S&P 500 futures, which that symbol right now is ESZ5. And then you're going to click on that and then hit subscribe. Now you can load historical data all the way up to 7 days of historical data. It's just going to take a long time for that to load. So I'm personally just going to do 1 hour and then hit subscribe. Give that a second while it loads. And there we go. We have our futures instrument pulled up, and we can start using Bookmap right away to trade the S&P futures. So now from here, we're going to add an individual stock. So again, you're going to go up, you're going to hit the plus button, you're going to go to platform, but now we're going to select DX feed for the individual equities. And then you're just going to type in any stock that you want to pull up. So I'm just going to type in NVIDIA. And then you're always going to click on the common stock. So that one right there. And again, you can load a certain amount of historical data. We're just going to choose 1 hour for the time being. And then we're going to hit subscribe. And then give that a second while it loads. And now we have NVIDIA up and running. Now, another thing that you can add if you're subscribed through Bookmap data is going to be crypto. So to add crypto, we're going to do the same thing. Go to add instrument, go back to platform, choose Bookmap data. But now we're going to go to type and we're going to choose spot. Now, once you have Bookmap data in the type spot, you then can see that we have this exchange multi-book, which essentially is consolidating four exchanges of order flow into one instrument for Bitcoin or whatever other crypto you want to pull up. You can pull up Ethereum. So let's just go ahead and put Ethereum for now. And then same thing, we're going to hit subscribe. I'm just going to load 1 hour worth of data. And then the tick size, honestly, I would increase this more than one. I think Ethereum, I want to say, is around like 4,000. So every tick is going to, pop up in $1 increments. Even if you're loading Bitcoin, which I don't even know where Bitcoin is, I think like 120K right now. You don't want to have it loading every single dollar over here. So you want your tick size to be larger. I would personally go towards 50 to 100, especially on Bitcoin. But again, the same thing. You're going to hit subscribe. And then it is, give this 1 second. There we go. So now we have Ethereum order flow pulled up on Bookmap. So that is how you are going to add futures as well as individual stocks as well as crypto. And now you're up and running on Bookmap. So now some other things that can help you guys out when using Bookmap is if we go to, where is it? The Help tab on Bookmap, and we go down here to where the Learning Center is, and you click on that. Give this a second while it loads. It's going to take you to the Bookmap website. Now, there's tons of free courses on here that are going to help you guys out, how to get started with Bookmap, pretty much what we just went over. The Bookmap features, as well as the indicators, some more in-depth free courses, so like market mechanics or order flow. And then there's also individual courses set up by Bruce, JTrader, as well as myself. Bruce teaching about supply and demand, JTrader teaching about futures and stocks, and then my course being on 0 DTE options and how I use Bookmap to trade 0 DTE options. So tons of free education over on the Learning Center, but also you can head over to the Knowledge Base, which is going to help you break down pretty much everything you need to know about Bookmap, but in text form compared to here where it's video form. So this can help you break down indicators, strategies, if they're setting up your Bookmap, whatever it may be, you can find it all. Let it freeze again. You can find it all in the Knowledge Base. Also on Bookmap, if you're struggling to figure out what symbol to type in when trying to pull up your data, you can go over to the tab, clicked on it too quick. You can go over to the Symbols tab, and this is going to break down the code that you should be typing in to pull up your overall data, as well as the individual instrument. So you can see right here that we have our expiration months, as well as the individual instrument, and then obviously the end of the year, which right now is 2025, so you would put 5. So all that can be found on here depending on what you trade. And then also, one second, make sure you guys join the free Discord. So if you head up here to where it says community and then click Discord right here, all you need, that's going to launch it on my other screen. All you need is an account on Bookmap to join the free Discord. That's all you need. So if you have an account on Bookmap, again, log in, community, Discord, and make sure you join. There's tons of events that are hosted within the Discord, multiple events every single day, which again, if you're on this screen, just scroll down to the bottom and you can see all of the events that are going on throughout the week. And all you have to do is, like, what is today, the 24th, say we wanted to sign up for Bruce's, just go ahead, click on it, and then you can see right here, just click this link and you'll be able to join. So, I believe that's it. Bruce, anything else you wanted to add?
No. Let's take a look. If anyone has any questions, let us know. And let's take a quick look. I don't know, Brandon, you see any on YouTube there?
I'll have the YouTube pulled up, one second.
Okay.
Unless Dan has it pulled up.
Here, I've got it. Let's see. No questions over on YouTube. And any questions over here in Discord? No. You've got your own fan base from Melanie. Thinks that you're great. You're the GOAT. And then no questions over here in Zoom either. No, I think we're good to go, Brandon.
Perfect. Well, sounds good. I appreciate everybody joining, and I'll see you guys again next Wednesday.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Brandon.